According to the Wall Street Journal, Tesla recently was on the hunt at long last for a new CEO because Elon Musk had forgotten that he even worked there and was off just trying to destroy the US government. He paid a lot for the privilege, to be fair, $250 million to buy Donald Trump, to buy the Republican Party. And so he wasn't really paying attention to Tesla, and Tesla has been doing really badly this year. And I've always felt like when you're paid to do a job, you should at least pretend to do it. I do that here all the time. And Elon Musk wasn't, so apparently Tesla went looking for a new CEO. Now, their stock price dropped when that news came out. It dropped about 3%. And I have to say, that's depressing that like the news drops that they are actually going to get someone who knows what they're doing and cares about the job, and the market's reaction is to drop them by 3%. That's a bad incentive for them to do the right thing. But they are denying the allegations altogether, saying that the reporting is not actually true. And so let's see how we got to this point with the Wall Street Journal. About a month ago, their stock was sinking, as it is still to this day. Some investors were irritated about Elon Musk's focus on the White House, and so they got serious in the board about looking for his successor. Board members reached out to several executive search firms to work on a formal process for finding the next chief executive. According to people familiar with the discussions, Tesla's board met with Musk. We actually reported on this at the time. Board members told him he needed to spend more time on Tesla, and he needed to say so publicly. Musk didn't push back on that, which was interesting. It was actually one of the first signs that maybe he would actually return to Tesla, because I want everyone to remember, that's all he is at the end of the day. Like, I know he has all these other companies or whatever, but all of his wealth, all of his power is tied in to Tesla. If he starts to lose that, it's just gonna be more clear that he's a guy that bought into notoriety. That's basically it, and Tesla would be better off without him. They're starting to discover that, I think, too. Now, last week, the company said that its first quarter profit had plunged 71% as their CEO refused to show up for work. And in response to that, he told investors that he would actually soon pivot back to his job. Now, importantly, we have to be fair. Hours after the article was published, Tesla issued a denial on X, so I guess doing everything they can to be like, no, we totally love Elon still. Look, we're even putting on his dumb platform. They said earlier today there was a media report erroneously claiming that the Tesla board had contacted recruitment firms to initiate a CEO search at the company. This is absolutely false, and this was communicated to the media before the report was published. The CEO is Elon Musk, and the board is highly confident in his ability to continue executing on the exciting growth plan ahead, which reads to me like, I think he might have posted the tweet. I don't know for sure, but we've had instances in this like this before where he's posted under Doggy's official Twitter handle, but it was clearly him accidentally doing that on the wrong handle rather than his own. He immediately followed up saying, it is an extremely bad breach of ethics that the Wall Street Journal would publish a deliberately false article and fail to include an unequivocal denial beforehand by the Tesla board of directors with an exclamation point. I should start delivering his tweets in the Trump voice because that's clearly what he's going for there. So here's the thing. I don't give a damn about the Wall Street Journal. I'm not interested in the people that they typically carry water for. But I will say this. The idea that they deliberately lied about this, that they didn't have any sources, they were told it was a lie, and then they looked at their complete lack of evidence and they were like, you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. There is no chance that that is true. Look, their sources could be wrong, or more likely their sources could be exaggerating, or maybe it turns out that the reason that the board started talking to these firms was so that Elon Musk would get spooked and would come back. I can buy that. But the idea that they just made up this entire thing, why? Why would they do? That's insane. That's literally insane. That could open them up to litigation. But you know what? It's not going to, because if they were to do that, then there would be discovery, and any communications they had with these executive search firms would be revealed, and they obviously don't want that. Which, by the way, they could prove me wrong. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, so sue the Wall Street Journal. I mean, they lied, and it was a consequential lie, right? You lost 3% of your stock as a result of that reporting, so why wouldn't you sue them? Well, one reason is that weren't actually lying. So I think that they definitely did this search, and they should. They should can Elon Musk immediately. They should get someone in who's not going to waste time and resources and the reputation of the brand on things like the Cybertruck. They should bring in a CEO that, I don't know, like shows up to work a couple times a week, remembers that that's his job, and they would do much better. Just getting rid of Elon Musk would instantly cause millions of liberals to once again consider buying their cars. And as long as Elon Musk is there, that's not gonna happen. And so they definitely did it. They should do it. I don't like that they're backing off now. They should totally can him, but I don't know that they necessarily have the balls to actually do it.